Well, I'm gonna continue. I was thinking like stopping now, but I'm gonna see this through. Like if it's too long, I guess, then I'll just like stop maybe in the middle. That'd be quite awkward, I guess. I don't know. Is there like a save and quit system? I think there is. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. I mean, we've already like, you know, I don't want to stop here because this is like, you know, this is the court stuff now. I want to finish it if possible. So let's see. Besides, if I wait until tomorrow, I'll probably forget everything. Yeah, this case is epic. Yeah, I mean, all the cases are pretty epic, I think. Anyway, well, I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today. But, Phoenix, look. Oh, hello, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you say I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait, your defense attorney isn't here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. Nani? Okay, let's do this. Edgeworth, best girl? I think he's up there. I don't know who's my favorite character. We'll see. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Well, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why did the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. And if anyone's gonna raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. I mean, it probably doesn't really matter. To be honest, you know, since Mr. White has the courts in his pockets, well, why not? Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why did this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that we needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Well, excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Well, he turned that around and made him look good. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Sparkle, sparkle. Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locations confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. Well, if I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Oh ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Alright, let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then that I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say that the man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I think there is something suspicious about his testimony, but let's see. How do you know what time it was? Because I am always absolutely perfect. Okay, absolutely perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need X-ray vision to pull out something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? Okay. Reading some papers, I guess. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fang Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correctamundo. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel. I am a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam. It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Okay. So you were reading your papers until you heard the sound. But of course, I am no snoop, peeping out windows at night. No snoop, yeah right. You made a career out of snooping. Spiky-haired. Well, that's all we say. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together, that's not how it works. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what you do then? Call Miss May very well, she too was surprised of course. Well, what was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she'd been tapping the Fate office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fey woman. Oh, you make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Okay, the victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. Wakarimasu. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Or perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Ran to the left and you gave chase. Are you sure about that? How many times must I say it? Kira. I am absolutely perfect. End of story. Phoenix, is there something about that strike you as a little odd? Yes, it does, Maya. But first, let's explore all the other dialogue first. Impactation? Does you mean just impact? Ridiculosity! I think you need to brush up on your language skills. On second thought, perhaps I better leave the whole language thing alone. Well, did Edward prep this guy too, I wonder? Anyway, I better find a weakness in there. Okay, I think I know what to do now. Okay, gave chase. Well, let's see. What's wrong with this testimony? Well, Miss May also testified, and she said something interesting. She also said that, the killer gave chase to the victim, but the victim dodged to the right, not the left. So, I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a trivial thing for now, but let's see. Lies beget lies, of course, so let's see where this leads to. Wait right there, Mr. White, you dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran right. Oh ho ho, it is simple, you have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing? Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Well, I would say both are right. Assuming Mr. White isn't lying about that, and assuming Miss May isn't lying about that, I mean, Miss May wouldn't have a reason to lie about that. So they're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fei & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. Y was standing. Well, obviously, there's only one way he would, confuse left and right if he was, the reverse of the window, which is right here. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching you from this point, to him it would appear that you ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Yeah, that's the word. Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh, you provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? Twice, you say? Two-hit combo? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Okay, it was correct, it was mine. What do you mean by that? This is what I'm about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient, does not become you. You're an American too, buddy. I wonder how that was localized, because technically we're Japanese. Is he Japanese too? I don't know. Anyway. When you assaulted the girl, first ran to the left. What do you mean first? First, that's what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back and relax. I'll try to use simple words for your benefit. First you ran to the left, and then you hit her. I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. Objection. The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with last for strength, she ran to the right. Okay. What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. Chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? Nothing? May I continue? That's what Miss Faye saw. Or Miss May. I keep saying Miss Faye. Miss May. So each of you saw different parts. Absolutely. I can never say that word. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice. Yeah, the game occurs in a fictional place called America or something. I think it was like, yeah, technically it's supposed to be California, I think, right? or something like that. It's like basically Japanifornia. I don't know, something like that. So you were watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Alright, I think we know where his weakness is. He added something that he didn't need to. Needless lies upon needless lies. I think. Hit her twice. I don't think so, buddy. I mean, it doesn't really specifically say here, but Mia really only got one blow, right? She only died from one hit, not twice. So, I think he's a bit of a liar, isn't he? Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. He's like a really rich CEO, after all. He can just, like, leave. Petro Stella, the localization of the games that adapts the story to take place in alternate universe Los Angeles, in which Japanese culture has been allowed to flourish and blend into American culture, instead of being met with fierce historical resistance as in real life. Oh, that's kind of interesting when you think about it. I don't know. I actually never knew that. I always thought the localization kind of made that up. You know, just from, just pretending that it's America, even though there's a lot of Japanese culture, but that's interesting, actually. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. Well, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one. White? Mr. White? Okay. He's breaking down. Gotta break him further. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Okay. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Gulp. Okay, look at the other window. I heard the thing fall. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene, yeah. Phoenix, does that something about that strike you as odd? How would he... Yeah. Yeah, very odd. It is odd. Press further. Mr. White. What? You say you saw the glass light stand? Yes? Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor. That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to. Wait. One moment. Give me a moment to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please, I ask that you not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Okay. I mean, everything else. Well, this is the sentence we need to look at. But well, let's see if we can get more information though before we try to guess exactly what we need to do. Miss Mia, Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No, triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. Now, before you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course. I mean... No, not me, the killer! I mean, he gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Oh, right, thank you, Miles. Miles? Calls me my first name. Thwap. That sounds like a savage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see. Phoenix. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. That's kinda weird. Considering the broken remains of glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. There's no way he would know it was a glass light stand, right? Assuming he was only a witness. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Just by seeing the broken pieces, we have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo. There's a big problemo, problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so. It is conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could have not seen the stand before it fell over, because... looking at this is where the stand here, that's where it's standing, right? So, where would you see it? You can't see it! You can't see it, Mr. White, I've got you! Ha ha! Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window of the office, this is the area you'll be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could have not seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could recognize the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, I miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Nani? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. He's turning his smug mode on. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Ms. April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that do with Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct? You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. offices. That's when I saw that cursed light stand. Well, now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been to the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Oh no. I thought we had him, but I guess not. It was the beginning of September. Do you remember? The 21st night of September. Anyway, the week before the murder. I'd entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over. By the sound. Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Okay. Beginning of September, the week before the murder. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Okay. Was it really you that went to the office? Or was it Miss May? Objection! Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fane Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fane Co. law offices. First, you don't place to waste the wiretap. Why did you tap Miss Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Carp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Yeah. Okay, so glass light stand. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauteous thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him? Okay, this is kind of awkward, I don't know what to say. What do I do? Can I press him again? Nope, Edgeworth will block me. Uh-oh. I don't know. This disc, I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Well, game over. Phoenix. Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Nani? Mia? You've been resurrected. Where am I? Oh, we're back here. The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. Well, game over. I guess we're going to prison, and I was hallucinating. Oh, yeah, you're finally awake. Yeah. Faint again? Hey, Phoenix. Gak, that's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Yep. You look different. You're... Maya? Oh, didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that you have enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. Doesn't seem like you're wearing a bra, by the way. Anyway. So, Maya's channeling you, Mia? Well, that's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it was from a famous department store. Like, oh, how much is that? $1,000? Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Oh, well. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's quite a coincidence that we have that receipt. That's right, Phoenix. I brought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. That's way too long. He said saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go! I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent now, you just have to prove it. Right. Got the receipt. Alright, back to the courtroom. Oh, you can see, we briefly saw Maya there, but in her Mia form, I guess. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. This is the defendant, rather. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back on. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Oh, Edgeworth is so confident that he gives us one last chance. It might be his undoing. Can I press this again? Okay, that was the same thing. Okay, that's fine. I just need to do this. Go here and present the receipt. The day of the purchase of the glass light stand for the murder, which he couldn't have seen if it was purchased right before the murder, right? So there you go. Got him cornered. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's a day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fangco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could have been there. And there you go. That's the greatest part, I guess, about the Phoenix Wright series is the breakdowns. I even remember like a YouTube video where they show all the the bad guys breaking down like this. Well, Mr. White, can't get out this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Uh-oh. Edgeworth isn't done. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Huh? Nani? No way he can worm out his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object! Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it will be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of trial of Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and everything. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Okay. Your Honor, if I may? What is it? A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Now there's only one thing to read. We read my badge. No, read this. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Deceased, halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Wow, Mia saved us at the very end there. Bailed us out. Oh, Edgeworth is surprised. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. Well, you knew how spirited it was. You cheated. You cheated, Phoenix, with the power of supernatural stuff. Oh well. I mean, the odds are stacked against us anyway, so we might as well use the powers of the Maya and the Fae family, you know? Well, this clarifies the defense. Rather, defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. Alright. I guess, yeah, we found who the true culprit is. We avenged our boss. Avenged Mia. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But, congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. And yeah, well, I mean, you kinda avenged her, but really Mia avenged herself in the end. Well, I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. Well, you're not living. As long as you live, huh? Well, my time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief? I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief? Mia? Well... what does she mean, going to 9 o'clock? The offices? Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kinda worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? I'm pretty hungry as well. Right now, in real life. Burger. Burger noodles. Mia? Hahaha, you should have seen your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Well, because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? Oh, she means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now, but if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Yeah, you would have been. Right in line called law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. All three of them are here. Amazing. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching, as a spooky ghost. I'll be in the ceilings, watching down on you. Anyway. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Baka burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's a-wasting. I'm gonna have some donuts and burgers. Anyway. Okay, wait up. The end. Amazing. And there we go. That's the end of that case. You know, unfortunately, our boss is dead, but you know what? That means we just have to be independent from now on and take care of her sister as well, so we'll just have more new adventures as Phoenix Wright. Next time